for City Beat, your source for all the latest news on the city of Thompson. Only on 102.9 CHTM, your radio station.
Good morning. You're listening to City Beat. I'm Monika, and with me today is Mayor Dennis Fenske. Thank you for joining me.
Good morning.
If you have a question you want to ask the mayor, you can call us at 677-8181. To begin, tell us what's happened this past week.
Basically, we're going to start with the safety share. The weather has drastically changed, as we're all aware of. Winter is here. Not that we're surprised, but with the blowing snow that we have and the slippery surfaces beneath the snow, caution to all drivers and pedestrians and the crazy ones on the bikes. You know who I'm talking about. That it is very slippery out there. I guess the common thing is that with this blowing snow and the freeze that we had prior to, there is a lot of ice below the snow surface, so be very, very careful on that. Other than that, just we have a lot of machinery out there. Contractors will be out moving snow around, so as drivers, be aware of your surroundings. And the kids coming home from school.
For sure. You said we're not surprised, but we're probably surprised that it's coming this late.
That's true.
Now, the NDP provincial government gave their throne speech earlier this week, and you were in attendance. There were many commitments made. Most importantly for Thompson probably is moving ahead with the Trades Training Centre. Tell us what you think of this commitment among the others that were made.
Yeah, it was great to be in person at the throne speech, my first one that I've attended. It's quite a ceremony, and it really drives home the fact of the importance of government at all levels. But specifically to the speech itself, the trades announcement is a good one for the city of Thompson and the region of Thompson as we move forward in developing our workforce. So that's a great opportunity for kids coming out of high school and those that want to get into the trades and move into some decent paying jobs in the community and in the surrounding region. We'll keep people in the north with good paying jobs, so it's a huge opportunity and a welcome announcement for that.
Mm-hmm. And also, sort of in addition to the throne speech yesterday, the province actually launched its Restorative Justice Act, which includes creating 5 restorative justice hubs throughout the province. I know the city has been lobbying for a restorative justice facility in the north. It might be too premature, but do you know if any of them might be in Thompson? And could you also maybe tell us the importance of having a restorative justice facility up here?
Sure. We have been lobbying ever since the Tedwick process that we went through that was begun in 2012. We started looking at opportunities in our community and region, and one of the opportunities is the restorative justice facility and the programming that goes with that. And so, from our perspective, it was nice to hear the announcement about 5 hubs in the province. We are assuming that one of those hubs would be in Thompson, given our geographical location and our demographics. We've lobbied the government for a number of years for the importance of restorative justice. Obviously, with the jails overloaded and the court systems overloaded, something's not working. And one of the options that's been presented over a number of years is the restorative justice process that takes the not the hardened criminal, but those that have made the wrong decision, whether it was just being young or just under the influence, but it offers an opportunity not to be thrown into the system, and of which many don't come out of. And so the restorative justice programming is very important at the crossroads of many people's lives, and this could be youth, it could be older adults as well. But from our community and our perspective, we feel and have full support of the Tedwick process and program that the restorative justice programming should be part of it should be in Thompson. Some of it already exists, but in addition to that, we will be lobbying. In fact, we'll be at the Association of Manitoba Municipalities conference next week, and we will be again lobbying Minister McIntosh, the Minister of Justice, in regards to our proposal. We'll be representing it to the government of Manitoba and stating that we like to see that facility in northern Manitoba.
Okay. Just a reminder to those listening, if you have a question for the mayor, you can call us at 677-8181. The Development Review Committee made their report to Council this week. Their report mentions that there are many significant city building indicators that Thompson is a city worth investing in. Can you tell us what some of those are?
Well, I think if you spent the summer in Thompson, you saw a lot of development, starting with the City of Thompson and our capital program. We saw a lot of work on Cree Road in regards to water main renewal and work within the Burntwood Trailer Court. We saw the multi-use paths expanded and extended. You also saw private businesses do facelifts and redo buildings. I'm speaking of the Staples building that is now Aaron's Electronics, plus 2 more storefronts. So out of one business came 3, or potentially 3, one that's already open. We saw A&W do a facelift. We saw the Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise do a facelift. We saw the Churchill building do a facelift, and a number of other businesses around the community doing facelifts or proposing facelifts and expansions over the next couple of years. We've been talking about the move of the liquor store from its current location. That would be new construction. We're seeing multi-use family apartments being built up on Cambridge, and so we're seeing those develop. We saw over 10 homes built in our community this past summer, and so from a investor perspective, it sends a clear message that we are open for business, that the opportunity is here both locally, provincially, and nationally for investors in our community. So it's good to see those signs, and it is a good indicator of our community of where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the LC. I know many are curious where that might be located. I know previously I've asked you, and it's not really public knowledge yet. Where is the status of that now?
They're still in the design stage. This is a Crown Corp, so they have a process that they have to go through from that perspective. We've been advised as late as last week that the process is moving forward from regards to design. They're in negotiations in regards to site, and once they're able to make that public, then they will.
Okay. Tim Johnston, manager of Community Futures North Central Development, also former mayor, presented to council the Declaration of Common Values for the Sustainable Development of the Boreal in northern Manitoba. My understanding is it's a document that hopefully all political leaders in the North will sign to be used as a statement of our common values here in the North. First of all, will the city be joining in and signing the document?
Absolutely, we have been part of the negotiation, or not the negotiation, but part of the discussions since the beginning. It will be brought forward to City Council by resolution to adopt the statement, and I think it's. What I'd like to say about the process is that from the people who have been at the tables, and these are the leaders of the community, the leaders of industries, the leaders of the Aboriginal community in our region, and we're finally getting together to speak as one voice. Many times, many decisions, whether it be economic development or sustainability, about the North are made on Broadway with little or no consultation, or piecemeal consultation to the actual residents of Northern Manitoba. So this process I was very proud to be part of, very pleased with the input of everybody, and moving forward hopefully will serve well as a document of guidelines moving for whether it's industry, whether it's municipalities, whether it's Aboriginal communities doing investment, that there are guidelines to assist in developing the boreal in a sustainable but responsible environmental process.
Great. Also coming up will be public budget consultations. I believe the first one is coming up. Maybe tell us the importance of residents attending these consultations.
Absolutely, and I try to bring this home at each council meeting, is that we really need to have the residents and encourage residents to come out to regular council meetings, which is held every second Monday, 7 o'clock at City Hall. In addition to those, we also have the budgetary process that we've started. We do have a public consultation process December 4th at City Hall to hear from the general public in regards to what they like to see us do, what's they feel isn't working. All inputs are encouraged, and we will use those comments to help us develop a budget that we can present to the general public once we go through the whole process. We are talking in excess of $28 million annually, and so it is to each and every resident of our community important to be involved in that process. You can get involved electronically through Thompson.ca and soliciting your comment or submitting your comments. You can come to City Hall in person, or you can come out to the general public meetings as well.
Okay. Also coming up is the Santa Claus Parade. He's come into town.
Mm-hmm.
Organizations and businesses can currently register a float. Will you be attending?
I will. I attended last year. Hopefully the wind will die down, and we'll have a calm, cool day that we can enjoy that and bring the season in and see the big guy come down the streets and see all the children's faces light up.
For sure, and that's on the 28th for those listening and wondering. Now, as always, let's wrap up with what else is happening.
A couple things. We currently have a water break that we are fixing at 16 Station Road across from the Manitoba Hydro offices. So that road is closed in front of those businesses in front while they work on it. That'll be the next day and a half or so. So again, be cautious of the barricades of the heavy equipment that's in that area. And last but not least, Norman North Stars are in town this weekend against the Pembina Valley Hawks. The Hawks were the champions of the league last year, so should be some good hockey. The game starts at 7:30 on Saturday evening and 1:30 on Sunday afternoon. So come out and support the local team. And again, as an end, be safe out there. The surfaces are very slippery and snowy and blowy, so be careful. And everybody have a good weekend.
Well said. That's this edition of City Beat. Join us next Thursday around 11:30 for more on what's happening around the city and City Hall. For 102.9 CHTM, I'm Monika Gould.
City Beat will be back next Thursday morning.